Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. In the early hours of Wednesday morning, Scranton firefighters responded to a call they received of a fire in an apartment building. Fire crews received the call around 2:00 a.m. and found people still trapped in the building. According to Fire Chief John Judge, somebody jumped out of the window to escape the fire, and 5 or 6 people had to be rescued from the building. 6 people, including a firefighter, were admitted to a hospital after being injured. Their conditions are unknown at this time. The fire department says that the fire came from the back of the building, with the cause unknown. Also in Scranton police say that 3 people were stabbed and they have a potential suspect in custody. Several police cars were spotted at the corner of Wyoming Avenue and Penn Avenue around 7:30 p.m. Tuesday night after police say they investigated a stabbing at the German Apartments on Biden Street. Police say the investigation is still ongoing and there is no current threat to the public. WYLN will provide more updates as we learn more about this story. We have an update to a story we brought to you last week. Last week, December 2nd, 18-year-old Raphael Sands was killed in a shooting that took place outside the Fly Monkey vape shop. Police have been investigating this incident further and have made another arrest in connection with the shooting. 19-year-old Emmanuel Franklin Feliz has been charged with criminal homicide, making him the second person charged in the shooting after 24-year-old Edgar Polanco, who since our last update on this story has now been charged as another shooter. He was arraigned by Magisterial District Judge Joseph Carmody and was denied bail. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for January 30th. Police in Hanover Township are charging a man after firing a shot into his neighbor's apartment. According to a criminal complaint, 24-year-old Elijah Thomas Neal of South Main Street in Askham got home from a club around 2:37 a.m. and decided to clean his AR-style rifle. He told officers that he thought the chamber was empty, and when he pulled the trigger, a round was fired. A female tenant on the first floor called 911 after finding a bullet hole in her ceiling. Neal said he did not hear any screaming, so he did not think anybody was home in the first-floor apartment. He was arraigned by District Judge Kyle Hellesy of Hanover Township on 4 counts of recklessly endangering another person and a single count of discharge of a firearm into an occupied structure. He was released on a $20,000 unsecured bail. The Courtdale Police Department made an arrest while conducting a DUI checkpoint. 20-year-old Jaden Calawan tried to flee from the officers on foot, and once they obtained a search warrant, they found 21 bags of marijuana, a Glock firearm with an extended magazine that was stolen, and additional drug paraphernalia. Calawan was arrested and charged with DUI, evading arrest on foot, and escaping. Coming up on WYLN News, President Donald Trump took a trip to the Poconos to discuss issues like the economy. Plus, Luzerne County has passed its yearly budget. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kits. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Snow is making more and more appearances in Pennsylvania for this time of year, and because of that, PennDOT is making a temporary change for a couple of interstates. For Interstate 81 from the 80/81 interchange in Luzerne County to the Pennsylvania/New York state line and Interstate 380 in both Lackawanna and Wayne counties, PennDOT is reducing the speed limit to 45 miles an hour. PennDOT usually advises no travel during winter storms, but those in need of road travel can check conditions on 511pa.com. This temporary restriction is all for the safety of drivers, and so the interstates remain open during the toughest season. Once the snowy conditions die down, PennDOT will lift the restrictions, but until then, all drivers are required to travel safely on all roads no matter what condition it is outside. Right as planned, 45th and 47th President Donald Trump arrived at the Mount Airy Casino Resort in Mount Pocono on the evening of Tuesday, December 9th. As expected, Secret Service made sure the event's proceeding was a calm and safe experience for everyone, not letting too many people in at once, scheduling the parking lot's closing, the building's entry level, and overall security. The Trump supporters were required to wait in a long line for a few hours, but ultimately got to hear his economic message, along with some jokes to keep everyone enthusiastic. The president went in front of many of his supporters to discuss the big possibility of lowering prices and raising checks.
We're respected again as a country, we're respected. Since my inauguration, we've created nearly 60,000 new Pennsylvania jobs, including 4,000 Pennsylvania manufacturing jobs that the Democrats gave up on. You're doing better than you've ever done. Under our leadership, more than 40,000 Pennsylvanians have been lifted off of food stamps, 40,000.
Trump made sure to thank everyone who voted for him, saying that because of his election win in 2024, his voters helped save the country. Trump did show courage in what he had to say and made it clear of his goal of making America affordable again.
U.S. Steel was one of the greatest companies, which really, for a long period of time, years ago, the greatest company anywhere in the world. U.S. Steel, you see it with the big factories that were, 2 years ago. Now it's starting to fill up. The tariffs have filled it up because people are coming here. Other steel companies are coming to Pennsylvania now because they don't want to spend 100%, 50%, 25% on tariffs. Are all coming in.
The holiday season is here, with laughs and gifts and Christmas cheer. Arthur Street Elementary School's first grade class helped spread that festive spirit during a visit to the Frinzinger Senior Living Community on Tuesday. The students filled the community center with warm greetings as they celebrated the holiday alongside residents. The visit created a meaningful intergenerational connection that left a lasting impression on both the students and the seniors. Teachers and staff called the experience a highlight of the season. Superintendent Brian Uplinger said that it was truly heartwarming to see students brighten the residents' day, adding that moments like these highlight the power of kindness and community, especially during the holidays. The Luzerne County Council has approved the 2026 general fund budget, which includes a 1.5% property tax increase. During Tuesday's meeting, council members voted 6-4 in favor of setting the new property tax rate to support the $170 million spending plan. The rate will rise from 6.35 mils to 6.45 mils. 1 mil represents $1 in tax for every $1,000 of assessed property value. County Manager Imelda Crocomo's original budget proposal called for a 1.9% tax increase, but council members reduced that figure during their November discussions. Several amendments proposed by Councilman Harry Haas aimed at further lowering the tax increase failed on Tuesday. Haas suggested measures such as reducing the reserve fund from $400,000 to $100,000. However, Chief Solicitor Harry Skeen cautioned against cutting legal funds, noting the county will have multiple pending court cases next year that may require special counsel. In other business, the council rejected a motion by Councilman Jimmy Sabatino to reconsider seeking bids for the sale of the Broad Street Business Exchange in Hazleton. Luzerne County Community College is interested in purchasing the property as part of its effort to offer four-year degree programs. However, Chairman John Lombardo said the bid process will still continue. Coming up on Weatherly's News Choice, Lisa Marie sits down with Kira Weaver to discuss holiday health on this week's Wellness Wednesday. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer takes us down the path through history with Wilkes-Barre Part 3. And stay with us on Wyln. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
Stop in to one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Escapec,
Or downtown Hazleton.
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
You know, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to be doing a different show, talking about philosophy of how I want to help you to cope with your problems, to find happiness for the holidays. Tune in.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Lisa Marie, and today I am with Dr. Kira Weaver, who is the medical director for our emergency department here at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Hi, doctor.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So during the holidays, we see certain things that every year come up when it's the holidays in the emergency department, and we want to share with people things that maybe they can do so they're not coming to the emergency department during the holidays. We want you to enjoy it with your family. So Dr. Weaver, what are the top 3 things that you see often?
So during the holidays, we see a lot involving like kitchen mishaps and, indigestion, things like that. People rushing to get things prepared for holiday meals, baking. There's increased like injuries, like cuts from, knives. There's also burns are another big thing from people not taking the time to make sure that they're handling, hot kitchen equipment carefully. So slowing down during those times would be really beneficial. The other thing we see is with indigestion, people change like their eating habits a little bit. We overindulge, with regular food, and then also with alcohol consumption goes up over the holidays as well. Now, with underlying medical problems, this can, increase, basically exacerbation of things like chronic heart problems, or like things like reflux that patients have, or irritation in their stomach called gastritis. So those things can all kind of come, and cause like chest pain or abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting during this season as well.
Wow. So basically, watch what you're doing. Watch your consumption, know your limitations, of course, and, be careful. Now, there are other things, too. What's the third thing?
So the third thing that we see during the holiday season here is related to falls, right? So, people are going out decorating their houses, putting lights up. We're starting in the winter time too with icy, conditions and snow. So, when people are, rushing and kind of trying to get things done with those activities, more people are going up on ladders, step stools, things like that. We can be more careful by, having a spotter. If you're older, maybe not as, steady on your feet, perhaps have someone else do it, or keep your decorations to a ground level where you don't have to get on those ladders or step stools.
Yeah, because the emergency department, of course, is for emergencies. And when someone does have an emergency, we want them to seek help. But if they can eliminate doing some of these things, it opens up the availability for those who are having more serious injuries, correct? Like you're having your heart attacks and your strokes and everything. Like, am I wrong?
No, I think, preventative, obviously we're here if you need help. Right. Repairing cuts, taking care of heart attacks, abdominal pain, that is our, what we do. Mm-hmm. But, the big thing is to try to keep you out of here, keep you safe during the holidays so you can enjoy it with your family and not be here with us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, we also have Express Care, which is open too on the airport beltway, so that it helps for those smaller injuries that happen instead of always having to come to the emergency room as well, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we hope you have a safe and healthy and happy holiday season.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35. Did you know Wyln posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. Wyln, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy.
As the 20th century approached, innovation would come to Wilkes-Barre in many forms. Many of them would come from immigrants that set roots down in the city. One of these was Father Josef Mergus, who immigrated from today's Slovakia in 1896. An amateur inventor, Mergus was particularly interested in radiotelegraphy. In September 1905, he successfully tested a wireless radio transmitting between Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. This in many ways can be considered a forerunner of today's internet technology. The sporting world will also see innovation in the city beginning on Memorial Day 1906. The then newly founded Wilkes-Barre Automobilist Club had noticed the large crowds that turned out for Long Island's Vanderbilt Cup auto race in the years prior, and decided to start a race of their own. East Northampton Street nearby Laurel Run was chosen as the site for the race once it was decided to make it a hill climb race. Today, what has become known as the Giants Despair Hill Climb is the oldest continual motorsport event in Pennsylvania, and one of the oldest in the world. Among the drivers who have tried their luck at the course over the years include such legendary names as Ralph De Palma, Louis Chevrolet, Carroll Shelby, and Roger Penske. But not all will be positive for the Wilkes-Barre area over these years. On the afternoon of August 18, 1890, a tornado touched down across the Susquehanna and Nanticoke. It crossed the river and entered the city around 5:30, where it rapidly intensified to F3 strength and reached a width of 300 yards across. It tore up Main, Wood, and Franklin streets, heavily damaging the city's industrial center. 16 people were killed and 260 buildings were destroyed. The mines would also be the scenes of tragedy in Wilkes-Barre. On June 5, 1919, the Delaware and Hudson Coal Company's Baltimore mine tunnel would be the site of a particularly grim accident. 450 men worked in the mine, which was located at the corner of North Sherman, Spring, and Pine streets. About 100 of the miners were riding up to the surface in a series of mine cars, at least one of which carried barrels of blasting powder. About 200 feet from the mine entrance, the powder detonated in a major explosion, and the ventilation shaft sent the flames scorching back through the mine towards other unsuspecting miners. The exact cause of the explosion has never been determined. Some theorize that a loose power cable might have ignited the powder, while others believe an open flame, perhaps from a lantern or pipe, was the cause. Whatever triggered it, however, the blast killed 92 miners and injured 44, many suffering horrific burns. By the late 1920s, Wilkes-Barre was still thriving, and it was the site of a landmark moment in sports history on October 12, 1926, when Babe Ruth, then at the height of his career, came to town to play in an exhibition game between Hughstown and Larksville at Artillery Park. The Sultan of Swat was quite familiar with the area, as he had a cabin near Blakely that he would frequent in the off-season. Playing for Hughstown, Ruth would uncork a massive home run off Larksville's Ernie Corcoran, one that would eventually come down in a Kirby Park High School running track a good distance away. An amazed Ruth would ask for an official measurement, and it would be determined that the home run traveled a whopping 650 feet, the longest of Ruth's storied career, and what today is believed to have been the longest home run in the history of organized baseball. 4 years later, Wilkes-Barre would also see the creation of a major comic strip character. Ham Fisher was working as a cartoonist for the Wilkes-Barre Record when an interview with a local boxer, the exact identity of the boxer varies by account, inspired him to create his own boxing character. Many newspapers rejected Fisher's idea, but eventually the McNaught Syndicate decided to take a chance on it. Joe Palooka, the name believed to be slang for an inept fighter, made a strip debut on April 19, 1930, and quickly became extremely popular. By 1948, Joe and his supporting cast, girlfriend Ann Howe, trainer Nobby Walsh, sparring partner Humphrey Pennyworth, and others, headlined one of the 5 most popular strips in the country, one that sold all sorts of merchandising and even spawned several movie serials. After Fisher's death in 1955, others continued the strip for many years afterwards. Declining revenues would eventually ring the final bell for the strip in 1984, with the last segment appearing in newspapers on November 24th of that year. Wilkes-Barre did not forget the comics legend, as a mountain south of the city was officially named Joe Palooka Mountain in 1980, with the monument of Palooka situated at the peak's base. Higher education took root in Wilkes-Barre at the beginning of the Great Depression. Bucknell University in Lewisburg would be a major conduit for this, establishing a satellite campus, originally called Bucknell University Junior College, in 1933. Classes originally took place in the Wilkes-Barre Business College building downtown. Within a few years, though, they had been shifted to former mansions in South River and South Franklin Streets. By 1945, Bucknell made plans to expand the institution to a 4-year college. It became the independent Wilkes College in 1947. In 1989, the name was changed to Wilkes University after it received university accreditation from Pennsylvania. A rival Wilkes-Barre college would be founded around the same time. Wilkes became an independent institution. A brainchild of priests from the Congregation of Holy Cross, with some additional input from Notre Dame University clergymen, King's College opened its doors down the street from Wilkes in 1946. Its originally stated mission was to offer higher education to the children of local coal miners and mill workers. Both King's and Wilkes continue to serve the Wilkes-Barre area and beyond today.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow's going to be partly cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,